Hi everyone, great to be here. At Appinio, we're building the future of market research. Or, to say it in other terms, we're on a mission to make it very simple for companies to understand what consumers want. Because really understanding what consumers want is the foundation of making great decisions and launching successful products. That is actually the whole idea behind the concept of customer centricity, which is something everybody wants, which most say they are customer-centric, but if you look under the hood, it usually looks a bit different. If you really want to be customer-centric, you need to have a deep and constant connection to your consumer base and incorporate their opinions into all of your decisions along the company's value creation chain. And at Appinio, we have built this missing link. Appinio is a comprehensive end-to-end integrated market research platform, allowing companies to answer their business questions with fast, high-quality, and especially effortless market research. We've taken this idea and bootstrapped it to 30 million in ARR, and are today serving a range of clients across all industries in different sizes, because everybody needs to understand consumers. It's that simple. And frankly, we got this journey done because of two things. The first one is just an incredible need in the market for what we offer. We're solving a real problem. Everybody needs consumer opinions. And the second one is because we've very efficiently executed a solution that focuses on lowering the barriers to effortless market research. By that, we are decentralizing and opening up the market. So let's talk about this market for a second. The good thing is that there's no lack of understanding for the importance of consumer opinions and for market research. That is why this industry is very old and is already an $80 billion market. But still, if you just think, if you hear the term market research, if you think about it, it usually is something that non-experts don't want to touch. Because traditional market research tends to be slow, expensive, and especially very, very complex. And that stands in such big contrast to all the amazing technical information capabilities that we have nowadays, and still just understanding what 1,000 consumers from a certain segment think seems to be surprisingly difficult. And this is the gap that we're filling by lowering the barriers and removing complexity from market research. And with that, we've really hit a nerve, because what happens as a consequence of making it less complex is that market research can be decentralized into the organization. It's no longer going to be a department. Market research is going to be everybody's job. It is going to land on everybody's desks, and every time people make consumer-facing decisions, they will validate them with consumer research. We're witnessing how, as we say, market research is becoming an everyday resource in the workplace. We've been working on this for a long time, and now we're witnessing how it's happening. We're moving powerful market research out of this kind of project-based, dusty, academic feeling corner and onto everybody's desks, and making it so normal to validate your decisions. We have all our information sources. We do a dozen Google searches a day, maybe a few GPT conversations. Developers go to Stack Overflow, finance people go to Bloomberg, and for consumer opinions, you will go to Appinio. It will just become an information source in the future rather than a project-based business. So specifically, how do we create value? We help our clients answer a broad range of business questions through quantitative market research. It's a very broad range. It goes from target group analysis, usage and attitude studies, brand perception, to product launches, from complex methodologies like implicit testing or conjoint analyses, MaxDiff, etc., to the more straightforward ones. It's really from the more foundational, like brand perception, to the more tactical, like product launches. It's a comprehensive platform that covers the whole range of quantitative market research. So, what's making us special? The process of market research, whichever company you look at, always goes through what we call the 3 layers of market research: research excellence, research platform, panel network. And panel network is actually the layer that we started with, because traditional online panels are famous for their bad data quality. People are only taking part because they're getting paid. That's a bad incentive. It creates bad data as a consequence. And so we wanted to fix this problem first and build our own panel, which is now one of the most active market research panels in the world and powering most of Appinio. We leverage the fact that people actually love to share their opinion. They also love to compare to the rest of society. It's the reason why social media exists. And we leverage that to create better data quality, to own the panel, and of course, as a consequence of that, have much better margins. But building such an opinion community isn't easy, and that's why most companies are not touching this layer. Instead, they focus on the research platform or on added services on top. The second layer is the research platform. This is where the magic happens. It's where all the research is conducted, where from survey design through data collection, through the analysis of results, it all happens on this platform. And we have rethought how the process of market research should look like for the person conducting it, and always focused on creating the sweet spot between powerful research capabilities and simplicity, because that is what allows research to flow into all these decentralized areas of our clients. And the third one is research excellence. This is actually a layer we started without. We thought in the beginning of Appinio that the future of market research would just be all automated. No human touch would be necessary. We focused on the panel network. We built a powerful research platform on top. But then we had to realize, and it was probably the most important shift we made after a few years, that if you don't add a layer of experts who helps the client understand also complex methodologies and translate them into research questions, then you will not have a chance to really break into the larger segments, break into the enterprise, and help clients use those more powerful research methodologies. So these are the three layers of the market research stack, and our success as a company comes from our success in these three layers. If you're good in one or two, as many of the competitors are, you can own a niche. But only if you excel in all three layers and own all of them, you have a chance of becoming the world's most significant market research company. Now, a few numbers. 30 million in ARR, I've said it before, we got this done with 1.2 million in angel funding back in the day, 2015. We are going to close the year with somewhere 7 to 10% EBITDA margin. We have an 80% gross margin. We have revenue retention of 115%. It's all based really on extremely good customer experience. I mean, we're preaching to our clients to be customer-centric, so how about we start doing that first? NPS of 90, I think very high for B2B SaaS. And that's really where, as you can see on the right-hand side of the slide, also where most of our new customers come from. It's word of mouth, organic brand marketing is in essence. And one thing we're also very proud of is that we have a proven geo-expansion playbook. So we're coming from Germany. We started internationalization about 2 years ago into Western Europe. Being bootstrapped, we didn't want to go straight to the US. We prefer to make our mistakes here in Europe, where they're maybe not as costly. And now 2 years later, we're in France, Spain, UK. This year we went into the US and Latin America as well. All these international markets combined are now, after 2 years, already cash flow positive and making up a third of the total business. And one last number to point to, you see customer acquisition cost just below 6K, and first month booking is 10K per customer. So even with the 80% gross margin, we're talking immediate profitability in the first month just after acquisition. And then first year booking 21K, NRR 115, so extremely healthy business. This is why we were able to bootstrap this. Just a quick touch upon the kind of customers. One thing that's great to see is just the incredible impact that Appinio can have on clients. So once they've gotten on board and they start working with effortless, decentralized market research, it just starts sliding into every process along the value creation chain of customers. Everywhere where consumer opinion can help, they start validating their decisions with it. It's just the most incredible, sticky product you can imagine. Once you've experienced it, experience the security it gives you in your decision making, you're not going to get rid of this product anymore. We've, over the last 2 years, focused very heavily on going up market. It's something that we, of course, just needed to build the brand, the professionalism for the methodology, capabilities, etc. We started with SMBs, went through mid-market, now really focusing on enterprise. It's also by far the fastest growing segment for us and the segment we will focus on going forward. So the next big milestone is tripling the company to, we're on the road to 100 million in revenue. Through these 4 big levers. I'm not going to go through them in detail, but it's basically expanding the geo-expansion further, scaling performance and growth marketing, something that until about a year ago we just didn't do. Being bootstrapped, we didn't have massive marketing budgets, so there was no performance marketing until about a year ago. Then growing share of wallet, of course, it's a big focus in the enterprise that we just in the last 2 years entered. It's the fastest growing segment. And of course, product expansion. So I talked about the deep vertical integration that we have. Now we want to expand that horizontally First one is going to be quantitative market research, but also beyond just primary data, we will build secondary data products. So we're building the category leader in consumer insights. We have a clear-cut vision, an incredible need in the market. The market will multiply over the coming years because it's becoming effortless to do market research. We're profitable, have shown the efficient growth in our geo-expansion playbook. And we also, which is what we're very proud about, we stand for a new type of entrepreneurship. We want to make not just the proof that it's possible to grow very fast in a healthy and economical way, but also for the past 3 years, we've been donating 1% of our revenues for the fight against climate change in the form of reforestation projects. Here we just want to be a role model for other companies. And just imagine a world where every company was donating 1% of revenues to do good. We think that nobody has such a shot at defining the future of market research. We've delivered the proof until here. Now it's about scaling and becoming the synonym for consumer research. Thank you very much.